festival. Woody and the Blockhead.
Hey, what's wooden and blue, sits on top of you, and can't think what to do?
I don't know.
That's because it's your head, you blockhead. Blockhead, blockhead, blockhead.
That's not my name.
Blockhead, blockhead, blockhead. Where do you think you're going?
To school.
How are you gonna get there without a leg?
I'll manage.
Hey, blockhead, let's go bowling.
Ew!
Ah, ah, ah.
My body lost my head.
I can help.
What did you do that for, you blockhead?
Huh?
After all the mean things I did to you, you helped me?
We're both people, and we both have blue wooden blocks for heads.
Thanks, blockhead.
My name is Woody.
Sorry, I guess I'm the blockhead.
There are days when nothing goes right, and life seems unfair. This may cause frustration and anger. Where do you go and what do you do when life hits you with unfairness? Not everyone has a good day every day, but you can make a bad day better. It all depends on how you feel. Let me tell you a story. The story of the rockfish, the rock bass. The rock bass was very angry one day. Rocks kept falling through the water and hitting him on the head. He was very frustrated because he didn't know why they were falling or how to stop them.
Feelings of anger and frustration weighed heavily on the mind of the rock bass. These feelings were so heavy on his mind that he sank to the bottom of the lake, and there he stayed. Lying there on the bottom of the lake, the rock bass did not move or change position, but his big red eye looked up at the other fish who were still swimming about freely in the water. Why didn't the other fish sink to the bottom of the lake like him? And why couldn't he get back up? The more he thought about it, the more angry and frustrated the rock bass became. He couldn't think of anything else but his anger and frustration. And because of this, he couldn't move at all. The red eye kept looking upward, and any fish caught in its glare swam away quickly. But one small fish wanted to know why the red eye was looking up at her. So one day, the small fish swam down to the rock bass and poked at its red eye. "Ow!" said the rock bass. "Why did you poke my eye?" "I'm sorry," said the little fish. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't even know you were there. Would you like to be my friend?" "What do you mean?" said the rock bass. He was surprised and stopped thinking about his anger and frustration for a moment. "I mean," repeated the little fish, "would you like to come and play and have some fun with me?" The rock bass smiled a little, and he moved a little. "Do you know how to play Go Fish?" asked the little fish. "Why, yes," said the rock bass. "Two fish line up, then one says, 'Go fish,' and they race as fast as they can across the lake." By this time, the rock bass had floated up in the water until he was next to the little fish. Then the little fish said, "Go fish." The rock bass gave a mighty flip of his tail, and both fishes swam off laughing across the lake.
Well, when the rock bass had stopped thinking about how angry and frustrated he was able to have fun again. and he became good friends with the little fish.
Rocky and the circus on the beach.
What's the problem? Are you having trouble understanding me?
You can talk?
Of course I can talk. And I'm glad to see that you can talk too. Now what's going on?
Nothing. I just sit here as the wind blows and waves of water wash back and forth across the sand. It's so boring.
Why don't you get up and do something?
Why? There's nothing to do and nowhere to go.
What do you mean?
There's just rocks and sand and water as far as I can see.
And what's beyond that?
What do you mean?
What's beyond all that you can see?
I don't know.
Come on then. Let's go for a walk.
Are you sure it's okay? I've never done anything or gone anywhere before.
Maybe that's the problem.
I need to sit down a moment and catch my breath. Hey! I didn't know there was anyone here. Who are you?
I have always been here. You just didn't see me. You will see much more if you just look around.
What the?
Have a balloon.
It looks like bull kelp to me.
Use your imagination.
Wow! What the? Wow! Ugh. I think we have just met up with some more bull kelp.
Think again.
Let me untangle you from our high wire.
High wire?
Yes, we take a risk walking up here every day, and our act is in the balance until we free you.
Perhaps I can also be of assistance.
This way!
What the? Uh-oh. Oh. Wow.
Well, are you still bored?
No, thanks for walking with me and taking me where I'd never been before. There's much more to this world than I'd ever imagined. Networking along cables and through switchers and routers in a digital jungle, Matt's monkey was a bitmap image in cyberspace. Until the night, a family device failed to enter rest mode. Other household devices had either powered down or gone into screensaver mode. But the screen on one device still lit the night, and as long as the display continued to glow, Matt's monkey was unable to rest. created by an inquiring and inventive mind, Matt's monkey was naturally curious and excited to see that the display was still energized. His hex colors varied as his excitement grew, until he suddenly and inexplicably popped out from the screen into virtual reality. The little bitmap monkey was on a real desktop. He was surrounded by objects and peripheral devices that he had previously only seen from the screen. He touched a speaker. He touched another speaker. He jumped onto a gel mousepad. It was soft and fun to bounce on, until he bounced too high. The little monkey saw a charger and remembered how he had seen things being plugged into the receptor. So he stuck his hand into it. This was too much. The curious little monkey wanted to go back onto the display screen, where it was safe. But how? He thought about it and recalled his stored memories of commands and procedures until he came up with a word. He jumped back and forth across the keyboard until the word appeared on the screen. UPLOAD. Upload. The little monkey then pushed the mouse until the cursor on the screen was positioned over the word that he had just typed. He jumped on the mouse, and in an instant, he was back in his beloved digital jungle. The little monkey was home.